Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and install these Eylar 90 liter SRX cargo cases. They're not actually mounted up there yet, but that's how they're going to be. So I got some hardware from the Amazon. I got some stainless steel black coated, since it's going to be up there on the roof rack, and some tools. Alright, so I got some different size. I'm not exactly sure what size I'm going to be using. Hopefully one of these lengths. These are 2.5. I got some 2.25. Actually got some stainless steel fender washers for the inside, which you'll see in the video what we're going to do with that. And some nylon locking stainless steel. Got a drill, a ratchet, and a marker. And I made a little template for the bottom of this, which you'll see later here in the video. So yeah, I'm gonna, since Eylar doesn't make a tie down for these racks, they don't make a, like, you know, Pelican makes and everyone else makes, I'm just gonna take these brand new $300 cases and drill holes in them and bolt them to the roof rack. One thing you don't see in this is I do have some some black RTV that I'm gonna, once I drill the holes and I put the bolts in, I'm just gonna kind of seal them up so water don't creep in. But these cases are waterproof, not resistant. They're waterproof according to what they're saying. But they're coolers as well. I think here. Oh no, this one's on the front. Little drain plug. You can see that right behind the latch. But I'm not using them as coolers. I'm using them as cargo carriers so I can keep this back cleared, because I have a lot of gear. And again, I kind of camp in this, so I can't be carrying them in the back here. So stand by and kind of show you what I'm going to do. All right. Step 2, I have my template, and this is how I'm doing it. So, let me see here. You see the rail, okay? See that? Now you see I have a line, and it's a straight line, so it lines up with that rail. Okay, over the holes. I don't know if you can see that, but you'll see it here at the end. Okay, so what I'm going to do, use my drill bit. It's going to make 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put the bolts in, set the template up, and if this template fits perfectly, then I'm going to move this template over to the bottom of the Eylar box, which obviously is right side up right now, but here's where that template fits between there. Oh, hey Adam. So yeah, once I get the holes, everything is looked aligned and proper, then I will have the courage and drill 4 holes in these brand new boxes. And Adam's the local gutter snipe cat that hangs around here. So, and then apparently he likes to be in YouTube videos. Alright, so that's what the template should look like. Everything lines up. Obviously they're loose because these are carriage bolts. But I'm going to peel this template off of this. And I'm going to go for the next stage of drilling the Eylar box. And spraying and praying, I guess. Just that this is going to line up and everything's going to be straight. But I believe this is going to work. I'm not actually doubting it. I'm pretty confident this is going to work. It's pretty straightforward. Got a template, drill some holes, lock this thing on here. So stand by. Alright, got my template. Okay, this is the top facing the box, latch side. So, That's how she fits in. 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. Tell you what, I'm just going to want to make sure real quick that where those holes are going, I can actually reach. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Plus they're off to the side, it won't have anything protruding up. Perfect. All right. Make sure you're still in focus here. All right. See some green, so that one penetrated. All right. Well, let me grab a bolt, just make sure my holes are right. Yeah, I'm a little snug. All right, well, now once I put the bolt through, I'm gonna throw some of that on. So hang tight, and this should just drop right on. We'll see. All right, bolts are installed, but I'm gonna say they're definitely longer than they need to be. If you're putting this on a rack, because it was hard for me to judge, where are we at? Trying to see if I can, oh, there we are. It was hard for me to judge this, how far up it was gonna be, but this is how far they're protruding out. These are 2.5. So 2.5 are way too long. It's funny because I got a box of 2.25, but yeah, that quarter is the difference. So you might be able to get away with 1 inch. I'm still going to go ahead and get these installed, and I can always change out the hardware to probably 1 inch. 1 inch would probably be sufficient. I just didn't want to have too short and then get up there and find out I couldn't mount these. But I mean, I think you get the process. And really, this video is more for, this is how I'm doing them, since they don't make a kit to bolt these down. I'm just using, now this is with the Prinsu rack. Obviously each rack is going to be different. You have to find out which hardware fits your rack. But what these are 1/4 inch carriage bolt. That's what these are. They're 1/4 inch carriage bolt. Obviously the 2.5 I'm talking about is the length, 2.25, that's your length. But on the Prinsu Pro, the 1/4 inch carriage bolt fits right in the slide. They drop right in, and you need that because that little square that locks into your rack, so that when you put these guys in, your nylon washer, or your nylon nuts, I mean, you know, it grips onto it and you can tighten it down. But obviously I can use a shorter bolt, but for today I'm just gonna get these installed, use the longer bolts, and then, you know, once this video is done, I'll order the right size bolt and the switch mount. Not a big deal. I just wanted to get the hard part done and the terrifying part of drilling into these new boxes. But that's what you want to do. You make a template and you just go, as you saw in the video, 1/4 and 1/4, and, you know, take your time, make sure you have straight lines. Pretty simple, easy peasy. But I'm going to go ahead and finish getting these installed. I'll show you the after product. So this is what I was talking about with these carriage bolts for the Prinsu Pro. They fit right in. That's perfect. So yeah, that one's installed. And I'm just gonna get the other one on here and then finish this video up. Okay, so the Eylar boxes are installed. Worked with my setup, with my tire up there. Now I have the two Eylar 90Ls, the 90 liter DisRx cargo case. These again they're supposed to be weatherproof, so I'm gonna test these out to see how they hold up. Now what I did not do, because I'm still uncertain if I'm going to change these bolts out, because as you can see they were way too long. I didn't apply any of the sealant yet. I'm not sure if I'm just going to back those nuts off, put some of the sealant in, rip them back down, and then just Dremel the extra length out of it, or just replace the bolts. I'm just not certain yet what I'm going to do with that. But I'm happy with the outcome of this. Hopefully they stand up and do what I need them to do. Again, currently living in Pennsylvania, so this is January, and shockingly enough, we're in the 40s. But yeah, I'm gonna see how these hold up to this weather. And yeah, so I'm gonna end the video with this. Really the only tool that I use that you would use, and it doesn't matter which Eylar box you're going to be using either, if you go with the 90s or really any box. Here, let's redo that. Any cargo box that you get, all you're going to have to figure out is, one, what bolts, what hardware will fit your rack. And again, this is a Prinsu Pro. As you can see, Prinsu, but this is the Pro. I'm not sure if I think the bolts for the Prinsu and the regular Prinsu and the Prinsu Pro, I think it takes the same hardware. So 1/4-inch carriage bolts would work for you. But the only tool that you would use for any of these boxes that would be the same would be the 1/4-inch drill bit, because that fit perfectly for the 1/4-inch bolts. So yeah, that's what you'll want to do. 1/4-inch carriage bolts, 1/4-inch drill bit. Yeah, that's where we're heading, hopefully. All right. Oh, any comments, questions? You know what to do, leave them down there. Hopefully this video helps somebody. Again, Eylar doesn't make a system, so I'm just using common sense, skill level. This is not hard. It's just, if you do what I showed you with that template, it makes it very simple. Just take your time, make sure your lines are straight, and that will be your end result. So now I'll give these things a whirl and see how they go. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.